Hi YouTube, hopefully this camera angle is a bit better than the other day, but it's still not perfect I know, but I'm only recording from a phone, so I want to show you how far we're getting with the M0ZAH controller. I say we, been spending some time on reprogramming now that the base of the code is done. So I'm going to show you a few of the DTMF commands we've now got. So the test code that I'm using is 1234. Of course, when it goes on there, that will not be the password, but for YouTube, that's what the code is. M0ZAH. We'll enter in our test code. The controller tells us we're ready to enter in a command. I'm going to turn the transmitter off. Now the transmitter is completely off. Now to re-enable it, we would come in and press 1. We'll get an ID. And now the controller is back to normal operation. It is worth noting that of course you just saw me press 1 there. That's because I still was within the 30 seconds of the control time. If when disabled I then pressed the hash key, which I'll show you now, so I'll unlock the controller again, I'll disable the transmitter. Okay, transmitter's disabled. Now I'm going to press the hash key. Now the controller's locked, that means I can't come back and press 1 to re-enable. It just won't work. The little receiver getting back there, that's a bit of interference locally, that's not the repeater. I know it sounds like a quick transmission, it's not. Okay, so to re-enable the controller, say that now some time's passed and we would like to re-enable the controller. We can do that. We come back, M0ZAH, put in our control code, go ahead and press 1, repeater becomes available again. M0ZAH, we can lock the controller. Controller's now locked, and if we try to disable, we can't because the password hasn't been entered. M0ZAH. Okay, I'm going to show you another function of changing the password. Now, just to quickly note with the disabling of the repeater, when the repeater is disabled, even when power is removed from the controller and reapplied, so we'll select the ID, when say there's a power cut on site when the repeater's in disabled mode, when the power is reinstated, the repeater will still stay disabled. It reads the parameters from EEPROM, so that's good. It means power outage isn't going to bring the repeater back on. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and enter in our control code. I'm going to go ahead and press the password reset, which is number 8. We get our 5 pips. Enter in a new password. We'll do 0, 1, 2, and 3. Now we press the hash. And then pips tell us that the passwords are now changed, M0ZAH. We could try that password. We can see that's now the password. I'll go ahead and come out of command. Now it's important to note that the controller will not, when in disabled, one thing to add to that, it will not ID or anything like that. It's completely dead. The transmitter is completely disabled. Now we've changed the password. In the final, sorry about the ID, in the final release, when DTMF is being entered, there are some pips that are also present with the output, but we will actually be muting the audio line. So the audio line will be pulled to ground to be muted, so that people that may be listening to the repeater can't work out unless they're able to hear on the input the control commands. Anyway, YouTube, thanks for watching.